Welcome to the broadcast of News at 1 on Som TV, the pulse of the nation. You can follow us on Facebook at Som TV and on YouTube at Som TV Live. Now the major headlines. Akwima Ndola residents urge Taraba government to intervene in banditry disputes with neighboring chiefdom. NYSC Director General backs NDLEA partnership, considers drugs test for co-members. Governor Oberoviri defects from APC. Presidency declares Atiku's political future bleaks as PDP bigwigs join APC. I am Esther Oka Steven, and now the news in full. Residents of Akwima Ndola district in Ngada Chiefdom, located within the Ngada Special Development Area of Taraba State, have called on the state government to urgently address alleged encroachment and interference by a neighboring chiefdom. The appeal was made during a press briefing held at Sabongida Duna, the district headquarters. District Head James Maji, alongside local stakeholders, warned that the ongoing banditry disputes pose a serious threat to peaceful coexistence in the area. He urged the state government to enforce in existing banditry demarcation as officially gazetted. Stakeholders at the briefing future alleged that Kungana Chiefdom had unlawfully installed a parallel village head in Garba 2, one of the contested communities, in action they describe as a breach of legal and traditional protocol. The deputy coordinator of the Ngada Special Development Area revealed that the matter had already been reported to the appropriate authorities for urgent intervention. He expressed hope that the state government would step in to resolve the issues and prevent further tension. In response to the allegation, the chief of Kungana declined immediate comments but promised to respond to a later time. However, the Bureau for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, when contacted, stated through its public relations officer that it was unaware of any official complaints regarding the dispute between the two chiefdoms. Standby.
State government, in its wisdom to bequeath an enduring peace amongst people of the state, created more chiefdoms and upgraded many, including Ngada Chiefdom in Ngada Special Development Area of the state, with a view to serving the people better. Briefing journalists in Sabongida Duna, headquarters of the Akwema Ndola district of Ngada Chiefdom, James Maji said the area has continued to witness alleged encroachment and interference by a neighboring chiefdom, which is capable of generating possible conflict amongst the locals, hence the need for the state government to step in by effecting the boundary adjustment as gazetted for the two chiefdoms.
Abin da yake faruwa shine shi chiefdom na Kungana yana fitine mutane nawa a kauyensu. Tuntun gidan Boshi da gidan Takum Garba 1, gidan Sabo da Nahuta da gidan Musa da Garba 2. Yana fitine su, wai gwamna ya riga ya ba su wancan wuri. To shi to kula na Kungana yayi wani abin da bai kamata ba, ya sake wani yaran daga Garba 2 ya je ya bashi sarki, wai shine dakaki na Garba 2. Ni mai kasan ban sani ba, mutanen garin ba sani ba, an yi shi a boye. Da sun zo har yanzu yaro ne yana fitine mu, yana dame mutanen mu, yana hada mu da chiefdom na Kungana, suna hada baki da shi domin su kwace yankin nawa. Na ce to abin ba zai faru haka ba. Abin da ya sa muka neme ku shine a je a fara ma gwamna, domin gwamna shine mai komai da komai.
Other stakeholders at the press briefing revealed further that a parallel village head was installed at Garba 2, one of the areas in contention, by Kungana chiefdom, describing it as an act of illegality.
Dama muna bali local government. Tun shekaru biyar ko shidan da suka wuce yanzu muna development area. Wanda development area din yanzu tana da chiefdom nata na kanta. Mu kuma muna bi a chiefdom na Ngada.
To duka sauran mutane dai abun da yake dagula da su ina samun iko inda aka bashi wannan sarkin. Mu muna kuga gaban gwamna ya kokare ya sa muna garbatu ya zaman lafiya. Ya raba mana abin da zai kawo mana fitina.
Dukkan yara da mata da maza duka bukata mu yi zaman lafiya mu samu cin gaba. Gwamnati ta sa muna ido.
Muna mai addu'a cewa gwamnati ta yi mana mataki a cikin wannan alama saboda wannan abin zai zo ya kawo mana damuwa bisa wannan chiefdom na Kungana.
Deputy Coordinator Ngada Special Development Area said the Development Council, on receipt of the interference activities, took up the matter officially to the appropriate government authorities, praying that the state government will address the matter once and for all.
And our message to His Excellency, he should please make sure that all this thing that is happening, if he did not step in time, maybe the thing will come and overcross our power, where you see like we are not doing our work.
Contacting the chief of Kungana chiefdom on the allegations leveled against the chiefdom over encroachment and interference, the traditional ruler promised to get back to NTA on a later date. Meanwhile, the Bureau for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs claimed ignorance of the misunderstandings between the two chiefdoms. From Sabongida Duna,
Brigadier General Olakunle Nafiu, the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, expressed support to the proposed partnership with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA), calling it a positive step to tackling youth drug abuse. He described the idea of introducing drug tests to corps members as a good suggestion, but complained that it would require changes to existing NYSC policies, as it is not currently allowed under the NYSC Act. Despite this, Nafiu assured that the NYSC is ready to support the NDLEA's efforts by deploying corps members to the right qualifications in health and counseling to the agency's rehabilitation centers across the state. He promised to carefully consider all the NDLEA's recommendations and work on implementing them in a way that align with NYSC's legal guidelines. The All Progressive Congress APC Governors Forum has praised Governor Sheriff Oborevwori for his decision to defect from the People's Democratic Party to the APC. Governor Oborevwori, along with his political structures, joined the APC on Wednesday, a move seen as strategic and securing his second term in office in 2027. The Imo State Governor and Chairman of the Progressive Congress Forum, Hope Uzodinma, welcomed Oborevwori into the APC, highlighting his defection as an alignment with the national direction and a strong endorsement of the party's developmental vision under President Bola Tinubu. Uzodinma emphasized that supporting President Tinubu's agenda is not just a passion act, but a commitment to national project and progress. The governor further noted that recent meeting within the Nigerian Governors Forum acknowledged the positive impact of the president's policies, including economic reform and infrastructure development. Governors reaffirmed their support for the president's agenda amid at uplifting the nation. The presidency has declared former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's political future as bleak following the defection of key PDP figures, former Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, Governor Sheriff Oborevwori, and his deputy to the APC. Presidential aide Bayo Onanuga mocked Atiku, saying his planned opposition coalition has crumbled. Meanwhile, APC National Secretary Senator Ajibola Bashiru dismissed fear of a one-party state, attributing the wave of defection to the opposition's internal weakness and praising the APC's grassroots effort. In a related development, Senator Kawu Samaila, representing Kano State, has confirmed his defection from the new Nigerian People's Party NNPP to the All Progressive Congress APC, citing his constituents' welfare as his top priority. Samela said his decision was guided by local political realities and the need to secure a better future for Kano South. The federal government has announced that reforms in Nigerian power sectors have yielded 700 billion naira in revenue so far in 2024. The significant boost, according to authorities, is largely attributed to the recent electricity tariff increase, which has made energy more expensive for consumers across the country. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has denied claim by the federal government that it has released 50 billion naira to settle end allowance for universities lecturers. In a statement, ASU's national president, Professor Emmanuel Osodike, clarified that the union has not received any verifiable evidence of the payment, dismissing the government's claim as unsubstantial. He emphasized that while the union had been verbally informed, no official documentation or transfer of funds had been provided. The federal government had previously announced the release of 50 billion naira to settle outstanding allowances for both academic and non-academic staff, a move toward as part of President Bola Tinubu's commitment to transforming Nigeria's education sector. Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, the Chief of Army Staff, have urged Nigerian Army troops to make necessary sacrifice to ensure peace and security in the country. Speaking on Wednesday at a gathering of troops from the 22 Armored Brigade, the Nigerian Army Institute of Science Education and Technology, and the Nigerian Army College of Education in Ilorin, Kwara State, Oluyede emphasized the importance of maintaining peaceful environment and national development. Oluyede assured the troop of his commitment to enhancing their welfare through improvements in barracks infrastructure, education for their children, medical service, and their families, and better equipment. He also highlighted the recent increase in troops' ration cash allowance as a motivational effort to support their work. The Corps urged the soldiers to intensify their efforts to eliminate threats and national security, particularly in Kwara State. He reassured the troops that the nation is counting on them to ensure safety and unity, offering his full support to help them succeed in their duties. During an extraordinary session of the ECOWAS Council of Ministers in Accra, Ghana, Nigerian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Toga, addressed the councils announcing plans to relocate ECOWAS institutions and agencies from Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. This follows the current withdrawal from the regional bloc after transitioning the military junta government. The decision also includes the suspension of ongoing regional programs within these nations and a reassessment of ECOWAS operation. Tuga, who chaired the session, acknowledged the challenges presented by the situation but emphasized the importance of resilience. He referred to the moment as a difficult chapter for ECOWAS while reaffirming the bloc's continued commitment to regional integration. The minister discussed logistical strategies to ensure an essential function in security, economic development, and regional mobility continues without disruption. A comprehensive framework for this engagement, which includes relocations plans for ECOWAS institutions, is being developed to minimize the potential disruption. Tuga also reiterated that although these developments are unprecedented, they offer an opportunity for ECOWAS to renew and strengthen its resolve. The chairman of Fufure Local Government Council in Adamawa State, Honorable Shaibu Babas, has died following a prolonged illness, according to confirmation from family sources. Babas, who previously served in the Adamawa State House of Assembly representing the Fufure Guri State constituency, was widely respected for his leadership in both legislative and local government roles. Details surrounding his passing remain unclosed, but tributes have poured in from political associates and community leaders who remember him as a dedicated public servant. In a separate incident, 6 people lost their lives and 5 others were injured in a motor accident in Okene, Kogi State. The crash, which occurred when a truck lost its brake while ascending a hill, involved 7 vehicles. Senator Natasha Akpoti Udonge expressed her condolences to the victims' family, urging stricter adherence to road safety regulations and calling for increased public awareness, especially among commercial drivers. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has approved cash-based basic travel allowance for Nigerian pilgrims participating in the 2025 Hajj. This development follows Vice President Kashim Shettima's intervention on behalf of the pilgrims after concerns were raised over CBN's initial plans to mandate the use of debit card for BTA. NAHCON's Commissioner for Policy, Personnel Management and Finance, Aliyu Abdulrazak, confirms the decision, citing challenges with ATM accesses in Saudi Arabia that could have hindered pilgrim transaction. The Secretary, Dr. Mustafa Ali, clarified that the move was neither a subsidy nor a concession, but a practical adjustment to ensure smooth pilgrim operation. CBN's Director of Human Resources, Malam Abba Aliyu, emphasized that the change was made in consideration of the pilgrims' financial literacy and comfort. President Bola Tinubu has ordered a comprehensive overhaul of Nigerian security architecture following a spate of deadly attack in Borno, Benue, Plateau, and Kwara State. At a crucial meeting with Secretary and Intelligence Chief at the State House, the President expressed deep concern over the persistent killing and declared enough is enough. National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, speaking to journalists after the meeting, said the President issued firm directive to curb the wave of violence. He revealed that even during Tinubu's recent travel to Paris and London, he remained actively engaged with national security matters and gave instructions remotely. Ribadu noted that security chiefs had been deployed to the affected states to assess the situation and report back. The president has now mandated greater coordination with local governments and communities, emphasizing a shift from centralized response to more grassroots engagement. The aim, Ribadu said, is to restore peace and protect the lives of Nigerians across all regions. Troops of Operation Lafian Jamahas repelled in militia attack on Tagbe community in Plateau State on Wednesday, killing one gunman and apprehending 2 others after a pursuit into neighboring Kaduna State. The incident, which occurred around 9 a.m., triggered panic as armed men stormed the area. Responding swiftly, soldiers engaged the attack in a fierce firefight, forcing them to flee into the Baduru Sama bush. The troops pursued the assailant, resulting in the death of one suspect and the capture of Sani Adamu, 40-year-old, and Buhari Mohammed, 20 years. Security forces also recovered 42 stolen cows and 20,200 naira. 2 civilians were killed and 1 seriously injured during the attack. Lance Corporal Tokpe Awonyi sustained injuries and is receiving treatment at 3 Division Medical Service and Hospital. The suspect remains in custody as operations continue to flush out remaining threats. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory FCT, Nwesom Wike, has summoned Julius Berger, Abuja Investment Company Limited, and the Federal Capital Development Authority over discrepancies in the execution of the Abuja International Conference Center rehabilitation project. While inspecting the site on Wednesday, Wike expressed displeasure upon discovering that the contract for furnishing the conference hall originally awarded as a whole of Julius Berger in April 2024 has been partly reassigned to another contractor without his knowledge for approval. He questioned the rationale and authorities behind the change, insisting on a unified standard and quality across the facility. Wike warned against irregularities and stressed that any wrongdoing would attract strict consequences, emphasizing that no one would be treated as a scared cow. Despite the controversies, the minister commended the quality of work done so far and also inspected other projects, including the interchange at Nikon Junction and the construction of Shehu Shagari Way Express, expressing satisfaction with their progress and readiness for many inauguration. Stay tuned for more updates. We are taking a break now.
Are you ready to advance your career in health and management? Higher Ground College of Health and Management Sciences invites ambitious students to pursue excellence in dynamic learning environments. Why choose us? Our institution offers a transformative educational experience, combining education excellence and practical skills. We provide a cutting-edge curriculum with hands-on training, mentorship from industry professionals, networking opportunities for career growth, and leadership development for global impact. The Programs offered include BSc, Medical Laboratory Science, Nursing Science, Environmental Health Science, Public Health, Community Health, and Health Economic. We also offer HND in Public Nursing. Our facilities: modern computer and medical labs, research centers and digital libraries, and interactive learning spaces and study zones. Who can apply? Aspiring professionals in health and management can apply. Working individuals seeking career advancement can also apply. International students looking for a global learning environment are also key applicants. Application requirements are 5 SSC credits, including English and Mathematics, JAM and entrance exam scores, medical report, birth certificate, local government industry letter, recommendation letters. Why Higher Ground? We offer work-study programs, flexible payment, and a supportive academic environment. Apply today. Visit www.highergroundcollege.edu or our campuses at Lab opposite VCG Jalingo, Taraba State, and opposite Army Barracks, Tako, Taraba State. Take the first step towards a brighter future. Choose Higher Ground College.
Welcome back. We are glad you're still with us. Coming up next, the Anambra State Police Command has rescued a kidnapped victim abducted on Tuesday at Umoge Village, Amaubia in Oka. According to the command spokesperson, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, the operation was conducted by officers from the Central Police Station, Oka, following credible intelligence. The officer pursued the kidnappers who were using an unmarked Sienna vehicle and forced them to abandon the victim at Umuya along the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway. The victim was recovered unharmed and has since been debriefed. The State Commissioner of Police, CP Ikoye Orutugu, has ordered a full investigation to track down the fleeing suspect. The incident comes shortly after the launch of Operation Udogochi Zero Kidnapping, a new anti-kidnapping initiative in the state. Similarly, the Imo State Police Command has arrested 2 women for attempting to sell a kidnapped 4-year-old boy in Owerri for 2.7 million naira. The child, adopted in Abuja while working and selling vegetables, was brought to Owerri by the suspects Joy Ogu from Kogi State and Rose Michael from Abuja before they were intercepted on April 14th during a covert operation. Police spokesperson DSP Henry Okoye confirmed the arrest and revealed that the third suspect, identified as a nurse, is currently on the run. The operation was conducted through collaboration between the Imo Command and Zone 7 Police Headquarters, Abuja. The rescued child has since been reunited with his family, while the case has been transferred to the Zonal Criminal Investigation Department in Abuja for further investigation and prosecution. Commissioner of Police CP Aboki Danjuma reaffirmed the command's dedication to protecting vulnerable persons and urged the public to report suspicious activities. The People Democratic Party (PDP) is actively addressing internal disputes in preparation for the 2027 general election, according to the party's National Publicity Secretary, Honorable Dabo Ologunagbe. He stated that reconciliation efforts are ongoing nationwide through a dedicated committee acknowledging that such processes are often challenging due to conflicting personnel, communal and regional interests. However, he emphasized that the party has put in place to manage and resolve these issues. Olugunagbe highlighted the recent Southwest Zonal Congress as a successful example of the PDP's ability to unite differing factions, noting that the Lagos chapter was also peacefully resolved despite early tension. He praised the Southwest for its leadership in political discourse and expressed optimism that other regions would follow suit in fostering unity within the party. The Governing Council of Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, ATBU Bauchi, has dismissed Dr. Usman Aliyu, a senior lecturer, for sexually harassing a married student, Mrs. Camila Aliyu. The university discussion published it in official newspaper following the council's 96th meeting was based on the finding of the Senior Staff Disciplinary Committee, which confirmed the lecturer's misconduct. Mrs. Aliyu had previously accused Dr. Aliyu of harassing and threats to her academic progress. Despite his defamation lawsuit against her, the department and the university ATBU proceeded to internal investigation. The dismissal took immediate effect and Dr. Aliyu was directed to return all university property. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has expressed readiness to allow eligible Nigerians to vote without permanent voters card (PVCs), provided is necessary legal amendments are made. INEC Chief Press Secretary Rotimi Oyekemi confirmed that while the Commission is open to reform that enhance voters' access through technology, such changes must align with existing electoral laws. That's all for now. Some TV is a 24-hour TV station. We are live every day. You can follow us on Facebook at Some TV and on YouTube at Some TV Live. I am Esther Oka Steven. Thanks for watching.